Galleries have always been associated with sophistication and opulence, while comic artistry with our backpacks and newspapers. Comic artistry is breaking boundaries by moving into this traditional art space, and as South Africans, we're here for that.
One of the best things about this exhibition is how people are going to see that comics come from a long tradition of fine art. In fact, from the 12th century in Japan is probably the earliest recorded example of a comic, which is really fantastic. And we have the collection to actually illustrate that, the birth of comics all the way from there to pop art, which comes full circle with comics influencing art. And I think that for many of us, art is the first encounter that we have with art is through comics, and I think that it'll be really enjoyable for people to come and see those two worlds married together.
I think because we have never actually told our stories or had platforms where we tell our stories, so that signifier of saying Afro, it has its connotations, it's got its own meaning, and meaning that we understand and resonate with. For a very long time, for many circumstances throughout our history, we haven't had our stories put out there as valid, number one, and beyond that, as worthy to share the same spaces as other creators from other nationalities. So the distinction is important because it also asserts the now. That now it's happening, and we have to give it a name, and it has to stand out because, before we were, in the fringes of these industries. Now our stories are sought after, so it's very fair and it's very correct to assert ourselves as creators and assert that it is Afro, it is Afrofuturism, it is Afro-heroism.
There's so much travesties, there's so much trauma that still lives within the blood of most South Africans. And the best way to kind of deal with that is to consume narratives that are not about hammering it down that we've gone through things, but about the fact that we can move past and that we can become and be better than, instead of dwelling on the pain that we're in. There's something interesting in us being brought into these traditional art spaces, these fine art spaces, because we come from it. It's almost like the return of the prodigal son to some extent, because comic book artists get the inspiration, get the motifs, get everything from fine art.